Hi everyone, my name is Anggit Prameswari and today I'm going to talk about meaning and language comparison. The first one, we have translation problems. Translation problems refer to the differences in vocabulary, grammar, and conceptual organizations across language. There are three types of translation problem. The first one is vocabulary mismatch. For a concept that one language uses only one word to describe, another language may use several terms. For example, is the Japanese term nezumi means both mouse and rat, while English utilizes both terms. The second one, we have conceptual differences. Translation is frequently made more difficult by words that share the same form but have distinct meanings. Homonymy or many meanings, polysemy. For instance, the word wood in English can refer to both a group of trees and the element that makes them up. And the third one, we have idiomatic and cultural expressions. Idioms can be difficult to understand since their meanings are not always clear from their individual words. Finding similar terms in the target language that represent the same idea is necessary when translating idioms. This involves knowing the cultural context. The next one, we have headache international. Due to variations in grammatical structures, lexical semantics, and cultural settings, translating between languages presents significant challenges in the study of semantics. If these difficulties aren't addressed with responsibility, they may result in misconceptions and misinterpretations. Translation problems arise because particular words or concepts in other language frequently have no direct translations. For example, there is no direct translation for the English word headache in Japanese. The word headache in English refers directly to the pain that is felt in the head. But when in Japanese, itai is used in Japanese to describe a sensation, it is assumed that the speaker is the one experiencing it. The next one, we have relativism and universalism. In semantics, relativism refers to every language having distinct grammatical and lexical structures that influence speakers' worldview. Relativism emphasizes how environment and cultural influence language development. Every language group creates a vocabulary and grammatical structures that are specific to its own priorities and experiences. In contrast, universalism refers to the idea that certain concepts, meanings, or linguistic features are universally shared across all human language. This suggests that there are commonalities in how different languages represent ideas and categories. Despite their apparent diversity, a classic example of universalism in semantics is the concept of color terms. Research by Berlin and Kai found that all languages have basic color terms, that these terms follow a universal pattern. Next, we have Berlin and Kai's investigation of color terms. In their seminal work, Basic Color Terms, Their Universality and Evolution, published in 1969, Brand Berlin and Paul Kai explored how different languages categorize colors and whether there are universal patterns in the way humans perceive and name colors. They use color chips to determine how speakers of this language categorize and name colors. The data gathered from this language helped them identify the universal patterns and the evolutionary sequence of color term acquisition. It was suggested by Berlin and Kai that the various BCT systems represent evolutionary stage. For instance, language in stage 1 include terminology for cool colors, black, blue, and green, and warm colors, white, yellow, and red. These categories further divide into more specialized BCTs as language change. According to this hypothesis, the systems of color terms are not random. They emerge according to a predictable pattern that can be inferred from a language BCT count. And the last one, we have consequences. Consequences refers to the implication of or results that follow from a particular action, event, or set of findings. However, in this context, it refers to the implications of the research findings on color terms for the structuralist view of language and the debate between relativism and universalism in linguistics. For example, we can see animals, but we do not have specialized dog cells and cat cells. I guess that's all from me. Thank you for listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.